working, man.
I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious, I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Okay. Hey, guess what, y'all? Y'all know what time it is? New time and all that. But it's time for Let's Go Live with Lamont King. I'm Lamont King. We are now live, so let's go. What's good with y'all, man? It's on a Wednesday, man. They gave us another one, man. We made it to the middle of the week. Yeah, surprise, surprise. Come on in, have a seat, sit down. Don't touch nothing. Good to see y'all, man. This is something like a podcast, something like it's a crossover between a podcast and a live show. Hilarious commentary, trending topics, celebrity guests, and interesting people. We do this Monday and Wednesday, 8 p.m. Friday at 6, East Coast time. Shout out to everybody watching on the West Coast right now. I see you. And worldwide. Shout out to the chat, the YouTube chat only. If you're in the Facebook chat, I'm not acknowledging you or recognizing you. The YouTube chat, also known as the Peanut Gallery, otherwise known as the nigga section. Good to see y'all. All right, make sure you visit our longest running sponsor, drunkenfruit.com. Spell it right, Drunken Fruit. And Instagram at Drunken Fruit. Spell it right. They got some specials going on right now. Right now. Good, man. I didn't put the number on the screen, man. It's going to be a fun show today, man. We're going to talk some shit, chew some spit. You know what I mean? 765 Let's Go One is the number. It's a live show. 765-538-7461. Talk a little bit mental health, Simone Biles and the Olympics and all that. Ashton Kutcher and his wife don't bathe and all that. And then we got a special guest. What? You haven't heard? You haven't heard? That was like big news yesterday. That was big news. Ashton Kutcher and his wife talking about they don't really do much bathing. And they don't make their kids bathe neither. And also we're gonna talk about the whole Simone Biles thing. I got an unpopular opinion on it, man. I got a theory. So I need y'all with me. I got a theory. We'll talk about it a little later, but I got a real theory, and it's kind of heavy. You might not be in favor of it, but I got a theory. But Dominique Dawes came out today. If you remember her from 96 and 2000 Olympics, and made a very powerful statement. And I heard her on a radio program when I was coming in this evening, actually. Sat in the car and listened to the whole thing. Very powerful. I mean, just very, very, very powerful. Like, she really laid it out there and pointed some fingers and laid out some names. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later, too, as well. And whatever you want to talk about, because that's what we do here. All right, good to see y'all. Let me see what y'all talking about in here before we keep it moving and bring in our guests. Good to see. Oh yeah, shout out to our executive producer down the hall, Mr. Clarkson in Studio G, back from his trip. Still coming up on his dissertation party. He's doing a dissertation party because he's defending his dissertation like very shortly. So there's going to be a dissertation viewing pay-per-view situation coming up. Yeah. And John Watson, our New York bureau chief, on remote. All right. Hey, let's get to it, man. I ran into a good friend of mine, man, big homie, over the weekend. I told y'all where I went over the weekend, man. I went to a spectacular, like, put it on your, what I say Monday? Put it on your calendar for next year. Probably like the third weekend in July. Very, very, very festive. It was very festive. And we had a lot of fun, man. Ran into one of my guys from out of state, international, do it all. And we got to talking, man, about his business that he started during the pandemic and his company that helps youth and other types of people. Man, we was just all over the place. And I was like, nah, man, you got to come on the show. You got to come on the show and tell the people what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So right now, man, HBCU alum, international man of mystery, the debonair, the debonair dude himself, Manzin Caviar, as he says. Please welcome my man Bobby Chad, man. What's up? What's good with you?
What's going on, man? What's happening, Lamont? What's up with you, bro?
Hey, man, Mr. Robert Chadwick Jr., if you will. Yeah,
absolutely.
Also known as Bobby Chad. Let me put your name on the screen real quick. Give you your correct billings. Hey, man, let's just get to it, man. First of all, how you been?
Hey, man, all is well, man. All is well. As you know, the month's been a tough year for all of us. You know, this COVID thing, man, it's been a tough year, man. Actually, I lost my dad with the COVID, man. But
oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, matter of fact, Friday would be a year, man. But to God be the glory, man. Me and my mom, we hanging in there. And life has been well outside of the COVID and you know, the passing of my pop. All is well, bro. All is well.
That's cool, man. Every time I see you, man, I always go back to the first time when I met you, and that whole Manzin Caviar thing. I don't even know where that came from, but I remember you just being one of the naturally funniest people on the planet, and the conversation back then. This is close to 20 years, and everything was. You finished off everything with Manzin Caviar.
Manzin Caviar.
You know what I'm saying? Manzin Caviar.
Manzin Caviar actually comes from a brother in D.C. Man, 500.
Yeah, 500. Okay. Yeah.
5 came up with Manzin Caviar. Yeah.
And it's like, for those that don't know, it's like, man, when you just want to finish off something, you just real with a chef's kiss, man. It's just Manzin Caviar. You know what I'm saying? It's like my man 100, 1,000.
There it is.
And used to hit that joint and just, man, maybe you're actually saved in my phone as Manzin Caviar. Just about
that's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up, man.
Just want to let the people know. But let's see. Let's start. HBCU background. Which one of the illustrious HBCUs did you fine institutions did you attend?
Oh man, the mighty ECSU, man, Elizabeth City State, man, Viking pride. Yes.
And you know, it's just me being from the Maryland, DC area and living in Detroit or whatever, and you being from VA and North Carolina and all that, like that HBCU experience, it's so mainstream now, and we, everybody knows somebody that win, and then they're getting all the money and from a Bezos ex-wife and all that. Talk a little bit about that experience and how it shaped you specifically.
Oh man, HBCU experience, man. I'm what you call a HBCU baby.
Okay.
Man, my dad played with Elizabeth City State, and my uncle played at Maryland Eastern Shore. In fact, they played against each other in the '69 championship.
Wow.
So the family joke has always been, who does my mom go for, her boyfriend or her brother? And my dad ended up winning. So that was a running joke in the family, man. But I've just always been engulfed, man. HBCUs, everybody in my family, mom, dad, cousins, everybody, man. We've been affiliated with the CIAA for, like I said, for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And even like now, with the program that I have with the CIAA. I've been with them for 22 years, 21 years, excluding the pandemic year, but right at 22 years, man. So we've been with them for a while.
Now let's talk about that. What exactly is the program? Because I knew you and had an idea what you was doing, but 1 year, like 10 years in, you like sent me a newspaper clipping and was like, man, look what the program's doing. I was like, oh, that's you? I didn't know you did that.
Yes. The program, man, the way the program started is it started actually in Winston-Salem. And it was sponsored by Coca-Cola, and it was a Coca-Cola ball person program. Mm-hmm. So in '99, it comes to Raleigh. The former commissioner, man, a great friend of mine, Mr. Leon Curry, I gave him a proposal. I said, Mr. Curry, being that the program is coming here now, can I be in charge of it? Can, I take this thing and see what we can carry? I was working at the Goneril YMCA, which was one of 7 Black Ys here in Raleigh. And it allowed me to take inner city kids and let them be a part of the CIAA tournament by way of a ball person. But I knew that was my way of being able to use basketball as a vehicle to show 80 to 100 kids a year a chance to see, the HBCUs. And that was my way. When, you have kids that have never been in Arena Lamont, they've never, never been a part of it. So when I started this in '99, I had no idea. Fast forward to now, this program is the only one of its kind in the country in NCAA basketball. Nowhere else is it a ball person program like this. I've had 4 guys that actually have been a ball boy that have played in the NBA. Actually, one now, Jerry Hopper. He's with the New York Knicks as we speak. So I've had 4 guys that actually come through the program there. A host of teachers, doctors, lawyers, everybody, and a whole lot of HBCU college grads. And when I started this program, I merely started it to kind of show kids how and where you can go to. And as we are now, I mean, hey, it's the only one of its kind that's still moving.
You say 80 to 100 kids a year, and you've been doing it for about 20.
Yes.
Let's do the math on that.
1680.
That's a slight 1680. Okay, yeah. That's
1680 on the average. Now,
average.
That's when we started 80 kids. At one time, it was 100 kids.
Right.
Now, mind you, because my whole thing is I wanted to take each kid will get 1 game, and the games don't duplicate. Right. So that means if you got 22 games, 4 kids per game, it allows me to stretch it out from the beginning of the tournament to the end of the tournament. And the beauty to it is, Lamont, is when you see cats that come back to you, man, or a young lady come back to you and say, Mr. Chadwick, I work at so-and-so school, or this is my daughter, or this is my son, and I'm holding babies.
Right.
And their parents was actually ball people. So we've had a host of kids, man, a host of kids.
Now, in the beginning, was it just boys? I'm assuming that it was just boys in the beginning.
My first year, I just used boys, and I was being selfish because the program then was the CIAA ball boy program.
Right, and that's what I was going to get, because it sounds like a challenge to even say ball person. That don't even sound right.
But the way that the ball person came about was, I got some flack and some fire from the sisters.
Of course.
So the next year, I said, hey, no problem. We're going to switch this thing around. Then it became the CIAA ball person program, to the point that on the back of the kids' shirts, it actually says ball person.
Now, so, all right, let's get the visual. All right, so the only type program of this kind in basketball, what are they doing? How long are they in the program? Are they just there for the tournament? Is there, enrichment portion? Like, what's the program like?
They're there for the tournament. They come to the tournament. Matter of fact, I've used a lot of my friends' kids, a lot of, like I said, inner city kids. But what I have elected to do along with me, and I have a staff of 4 other people, Tanya, Dave, Tim, and Ben, they've been with me since the beginning in Charlotte. But what we do is we track the kids. And the way that we track the kids because a lot of the kids are friends of our parents. We are friends of their parents. And their parents say, hey, my daughter's doing this and my son is doing that. But as far as how they're moving and where they're moving now, we try to stay in contact with them. But they will find us, and they have.
Yeah.
So I get a kick out of being at the tournament. Somebody comes and Mr. Chadwick, you don't remember me, do you?
Right.
So that's how we, pretty much do it.
And so a lot of it is just, being in spaces, like you said, that they wouldn't ordinarily be, and possibly learning how to network and just seeing and experience different things that might motivate and inspire them. And that's
Absolutely.
that's a lot. I mean, 1,600 kids on average over the last 20 years. That's major.
Yeah,
So
massive.
yeah, that's major. Like that's massive. I can't even, like, those two words don't even really fit. It's like it's not even a word for that. That's a lot of impact.
Right.
But the fact that it's the only program like that, why? Why do you think that is?
Because I think that's the only program because of the passion in my CIAA HBCU background.
Oh, okay.
I know what this conference has to offer. I know what the HBCU have to offer. So if I'm in a position where I got 100 to 80 kids that I can put on that platform, so you can see what a lot of kids don't get a chance to see, and allow them the opportunity, I think that's one of the reasons. But to go back to your initial question, Lamont, I think it's like that because nobody never really looked into to want to help the youth like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at other tournaments now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you would think that it would exist in, you know, in the SEC.
Doing March Madness.
Yeah.
Doing March Madness. Sometimes I travel the country, go to different tournaments, or I look at tournaments on TV.
Right.
Most people are looking at the games. I look at the ball people.
Right.
I look at the ball people because I want to see who is actually participating. Who do y'all have? And then I see people doing things that our ball people don't do. Like, have you ever seen a game? You see somebody on their knee wiping up the sweat.
Yes.
You'll never see that with the CIAA ball people.
Okay, why? Give me the science on that.
Because we look good. We look good and we feel good. So we use mops. Okay. Matter of fact, we have NBA sanctioned CIAA mops for our kids.
The big circle,
with CIAA on it. Absolutely. Yeah. But that's something that we went to a long time ago. We're not going to get on our knees. We're not going to do any of that, because I tell the kids all the time, you have the best seat in the house. And with having the best seat in the house, that comes with TV or radio or anywhere else. So we want you to look good. We want you to feel good. And if you look good, feel good, you're going to perform good.
Now that makes absolute sense. I thought you were going to go somewhere way deeper with that. We don't do the knees thing because the black kids don't need to. That's what I thought. I was waiting for that. But yeah, that's simple. Yeah, but that's simple though. We look good, right. And I paid for the pants. Get your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, is it one of those programs where people can like how is it funded? Is it a thing where you go on a recruiting drive, a phone-a-thon every year to get the kids in the money? How's that work?
Don't have to. The whole time we was in Charlotte, we really didn't have to go anywhere because people come to you, organizations come to you, from the rich to the poor. Everybody wants their kid to be a part of this program, and reason being is because of what they're exposed to. Now, this is not necessarily a dilemma, but this is something that we're going to have to take a big look at now. It's time to come to Charm City.
Yeah.
We're going to come to Baltimore. So 15 years, we were spoiled in Charlotte. I didn't have to worry about it. But with meeting some of the people from Baltimore during the last tournament before the pandemic, they reassured me, don't worry about the kids. We got more than enough kids in Baltimore. So what's going to happen within the next month or two, I'll start dialoguing with my Baltimore people, and we'll put together, make a couple site visits, and get me some kids, and take my team, and we'll come up and sit down and go through what we need to go through. And I'm pretty sure by the time tournament comes around, we'll be all set. Probably we always look a month out to be already in place.
Yeah. The reason why, and you're so, I need to say this. You're so polished, Bobby Chad, because I'm catching what you're putting down. Like the rest of us, we still say CIAA, but they done dropped that hammer on y'all in the Carolina for the last few years. You say tournament, you just referred to it as tournament, because we can't even have it. We can't even say it. They won't even let us say it. When you said tournament, I was like, oh, that's right. They did own that. That was crazy. That was crazy. For those that don't know, there was a lot of political, pushing and pulling with the conference, the head of the conference, and because after about the 6th or 7th year when it was in Charlotte, I mean, promoters from all over the country, marketers, merchandise, everybody came in and was using the name, and the conference came in and was like, nah, man, the name stays home. That's my daddy. That name got my daddy blood on. Y'all can't even say it on the radio. So for like 4 years, people had to refer to it in public and on mass media as the tournament. And so that's heavy. And it's a lot of behind the scenes that I know you're a key player in that you're privy to that a lot of people don't get. And so back to the reason why I said that about how is it funded, because I'm thinking scholarship. Like, is it a pipeline to actually, you get into a program that actually may send kids to school? Is that something in the future that you think about wanting to do?
A long time ago. I've been thinking about this a long time ago. It's just how to package it where it's going to be able to reach the masses.
Right.
See, if I'm dealing with 80 kids, I would love to have a corporate sponsor that would say, hey, based on the seniors that's coming out your program, because see, we don't produce a lot of seniors because my kids are going to be between 8 and 14.
Okay.
So between 8 and 14, they're the ones that's, really paying attention. Now, if you do what you're supposed to do and you come back and there's a scholarship set in place, yeah, we would create something. But in a perfect world, Lamont, I would love to have a corporate sponsor that would give me a couple $1,000s a year where I can actually send some of these kids, or either not send them to school, but help them to go to school. Because to answer your question, as far as the funding, the program is ran by the CIAA itself.
Okay, got it.
I'm the liaison between the CIAA and the city. So what happens is we ask the kids to have, once upon a time, we were completely outfitted when we first started in Raleigh. But due to the funding, things changed. So it's not a hard fix, because now what kids are wearing are khaki pants, because a lot of schools are going to khakis
uniform.
Anyway.
Right. He's just bringing
you already have khakis.
Yeah.
We're going to give you a t-shirt. We're going to make sure you're going to wear gloves because we don't deal with no blood. Baseball caps. Some years you get baseball caps. But what we've come to find, man, is that the kids are so happy to be a part of it that when they walk in the arena, it's different from sitting up there looking at the game and being on the floor.
Right.
And I ask each player, some kids know this, but I ask each team when they're in the tunnel or when they're warming up, talk to my kids, give them some high fives, talk to them, ask them their names. And a lot of guys, for the teams, I have no problems. Most teams, they kind of do that. And even with the lady teams, they do the same thing. They talk to the young ladies and all. And then I've seen after the game sometimes that you might see those players talking to those kids, and they build their own relationships. Right. That's what we try to set up.
Yeah, that's dope. Now, I think Baltimore, you won't really have a problem finding kids, man. You get to some of them squeegee boys because they know about surfaces anyway. You know what I'm saying? they know about cleaning. They bring their own equipment. Squeegee boys, they are aggressive. They are aggressive. All right, so let's move forward, man, and talk about your latest idea, man. It came out of the pandemic, came out of just necessity. Talk about Operation Future.
Operation Future, man. Operation Future, actually, the name Operation Future came in Raleigh one year when I was being interviewed by the local news. And the lady asked me, well, what is the name of your program? And off the top of my head, I was like, Operation Future. And not thinking she's going to ask me, well, why Operation Future? And she turned right around and asked me that. And I said, Operation Future, because these kids are our future. They're the future of what's going on. And it just stuck. And I just kept it and I kept it. And when the pandemic hit, Lamont, less than a year now, I guess, less than a year, I was sitting in my house and I kept saying, I got to do something that's going to be a spinoff of my ball person program that would allow me to touch the masses. But how am I going to do it? So what I did is I took all the pictures off my wall in my dining room and put up tack paper. And for 2.5 weeks, I put a Sharpie on my counter, and every note that I came up with, I don't care what time, when I was getting up in the middle of the night to come to the bathroom or either to go to the kitchen or whatever the case may be, if something came to my head, I picked the Sharpie up and wrote it down. I did that for 2.5 weeks. So that all of the information that I wrote on these notes, that ended up being the makeup of Operation Future. And what it entailed was I created 10 components that I would like to share with professional athletes. My target is professional athletes, people in the entertainment world, or people that want to do things for their community. And the way that I came up with that, Lamont, is I look at professional athletes. I have quite a few, I'm going to say friends. I have quite a few cats that I know that are professional athletes. Right. Both male and female. And what I've come to notice over the last couple of years is that there are 3 times that they're going to give back to their community. I'm going to give school supplies and backpacks. I'm going to go get with social service and give away some toys for Christmas.
Right.
And I'm going to give some turkeys out in the neighborhood.
Right.
They're the three things that professional athletes are going to do for their community.
The easy ones. The ones, yeah. The easy, yeah.
Because money would do it.
Yeah.
So they would do that. So my question then came up would be, well, if you're doing these three things in your neighborhood or in your community, what else are you doing the rest of the school year?
Mm.
And when I researched it and talked to a couple of my friends that are sports agents, and I went to them, I said, hey, man, you represent so-and-so and so. What do y'all do in the community? Right. Well, you represent so-and-so and so. What are y'all doing? And what I come to find is, man, we give back turkeys. Right. We do things for the same things that I thought. So I said, well, look,
turkeys and Christmas. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then I came up with 10 components, man. And I said, well, the 10 components that create Operation Future Man, teens against bullying, literacy to read to succeed, college access, student mentoring, tools for school, teen rap sessions, academic achievement program, scholarship program, and parental involvement. Those 10 things. Let's say I got Lamont King that plays in the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay. I just signed a 2-year, I got some decent money. And my financial planner told me there's certain write-offs I need to do. And I'm like, bet. All right, turkeys, school supplies, and Christmas. And then I run across you.
And then when you run across me, I'm going to say, Lamont, come on, man, what's going on? Because my whole thing is this. With my friends and with guys that I know that's in the league, our conversations are like they are now.
Yeah.
I don't put on the suit until I have to.
Yeah.
But we just sit and we talk. And my first question would be to you.
Okay.
Lamont, what do you want to do for the house, man?
What else are you doing? All right, well, the neighborhood I grew up, man, we didn't really have a rec. So I would love to, put up maybe a community center or donate to the community center in the town that I'm playing in. How can you help me with that?
If you want to donate to the community first, now, if you would have told me I want to donate to my community center, the first thing I'm going to do is say, that's cool. I'm going to go to your city and I'm going to find out who your person is that run your community center, who I need to go and talk to downtown, whoever I need to talk to. I'm going to say, hey, Lamont King has a plan and he wants to come and give back. Because what I've also come to find too, when you share things with people and let them know that you have somebody that wants to give back, people are more prone. They're all ears.
Yeah.
They want to hear what you have to say. So what I would do is I would go to them and ask them, what do they need? What do y'all need? They said, well, we want computers and we want new backboards and bleachers. I'll come back to you and say, hey, Lamont, this is what they want. So when they tell me what they want, I'll come back and say, Lamont, but hold on. Before you get new backboards and before you get bleachers, we're going to go to the backboard people and the bleacher people and see if we can do this in kind. Okay. So you spending all your money. We're going to see if we do this again. We're going to work this thing that all parties are going to be happy. Right. The kids are going to be happy because they got new things. You're going to be happy. You got a tax write-off. The backboard and the bleacher people, they're going to be happy because their product is in there. And now they are a personal friend of Lamont King's with the Minnesota Vikings. So I take all of my components and I let you choose. It's like a menu. Yeah. You choose from the menu. Then me and you will get together and determine how we're going to prepare the meal.
And so it's like, so I could even more so than money is resources, because I could be like, yo, I like the piece about the bullying because but I got picked on, and so I want to do something with that. How can you help me with that?
What I'll do, I say, okay, then go to your school. I say, well, what school district are you from? You'll tell me what school district you were from. Then I'm going to get in contact with the social workers in the school. I'm going to see if they already have a bullying program, because we're not going to reinvent the wheel. There's if there's already a bullying program, we're going to enhance it. But we're going to enhance it, but we're also going to allow you to be the face. Right. Because if you're a face of it now, it's like, oh, this is Lamont King that plays football. This guy. So then kids tend to look at people different and look up to them when they realize who they are, especially if there's someone of positive notoriety.
That's heavy. I like it. It makes absolute sense, and especially with somebody like you who does have those connections. I feel like it's something that it's an easy win. It's an easy win, especially when you watch. We watch the news, man, and we see like even it's funny as you said, Minnesota Vikings. We got a kid from DC come home visiting the homies. He gets shot 4 times. He just went in the draft, Twyman. He just went into the draft. He recovers. He reports to training camp, and they waive him. And it's like we look at these young cats, man. It's like, yo, where's your team? Like you need a team. Like where
your people?
Your people. And the excuse that it was young and blah blah. Nah, man. Like you gotta have LeBron had them peoples with him when he was 18.
Yeah.
And so it's important to, somebody managing the money, is somebody managing the appearances, is somebody advising, is somebody, you know what I mean? It's like we see it time and time again where a lot of these young black athletes don't have that team and end up making these decisions or being in these situations and then just downward spiral.
Yeah. And Lamont, a lot of times the way that happened, man, from talking to some of my friends and agents, the way that happened is last year, man, I was 18 and I was living in a 2-bedroom apartment with me, my mom, and my 3 sisters. Now I'm 19 and I'm going 6 in the NBA pick and I'm a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
Things change. My mom's address getting changed, what she drives getting changed. A whole lot of things change. But on the flip side, man, and I share this with a lot of my friends, especially with the young guys that have the opportunities to get drafted, I shared it with them. Keep your circle small. Keep your circle small, because if you keep your circle small, you're going to be in a better situation. But when you start allowing a whole lot of other people to come into your world, you're going to create a massive amount of friction for yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we are officially rooting for the newest component of Operation Future. The ball person situation is already up and running. Can't wait to see how that's going to look in Baltimore. Probably, very as successful per usual. If they're watching right now, if somebody's watching right now, it's like, yo, I want more information and I want to learn how to support and help. What should they do? Is that the Gmail?
Yes, they can reach me at on Friday. Matter of fact, on Friday, my new web. I just did some revisions to my website, but on Friday, www.operationfuturellc@gmail.com.
Now, wait a minute. Is that the website or is that your email?
That's the website.
So operationfuturellc.com.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's
it works. Or Lamont, today, if they or right now today, if someone was listening to me today and they want some information from me, they can go to the Kappa, the KAPPA 391 at gmail.com.
All right, I'm about to put that in the chat. So Kappa
391
at gmail.com. I thought you was about to say AOL or some wild shit like that. All right, hold on. Here we go. All right, it's in the chat, y'all. Kappa 391 at Gmail. Now you said before I let you go, you said you peeled everything off the wall and had this breakthrough, but you left some shit up there though. I see some shit behind you. You left. Hey,
well, you know what, Lamont? Believe it or not, man, this is the only thing that I tried, man. I had people come with bulldozers and sludge. Wouldn't come down.
Oh man,
wouldn't come down. I got a black and gold one for you.
Okay. Sound good, man. I'll look for it. My man, Bobby Chad, Mans and Caviar. Best to you, man. Thanks for taking the time out to talk to us today, man.
Hey, Lamont, thanks for everything, man. Stay blessed, man. Keep doing what you're doing, and I would definitely keep in contact. But if I could be of any help to anyone that's looking to do any community services, man, please reach out to me.
All right, there it is, y'all. Bobby Chad.
My brother, stay blessed, bro.
All right. Always a good time. My man right there. Funny, unintentionally funny. He don't even be meaning to be funny. Just relax. All right, there it is. You see the emails in the chat. If y'all can see. Yeah, it's on the YouTube chat. Oh, there it is. Jay Elite, you from Baltimore. Reach out. Maybe something that you can get involved with, support in some way, shape, or form. Definitely worth it. Oh, yeah, good. You said that. All right, there it is, y'all. All right, let's talk about it real quick, man. I saw this the other day. Let's see here. Let me pull a story up. It was big news on all the radio programs yesterday, and it was I just thought it was interesting. Where you go? Hold on. Yeah, Ashton Kutcher. Y'all see this one? Him and Mila Kunis. Two people rich for no reason. Anyway, here's the story though. So before you get shocked, oh, these pop-ups. Get out of here. All right, can y'all see? All right, here we go. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis say that they don't believe in bathing their kids or themselves too much. This is CNN. This is yesterday. It says Ashton, and they appeared on an episode of Dax Shepard's, one of his homies, Armchair Expert podcast, and the talk turned to bathing. It's really a non-story, but I just thought it was interesting. So Shepard's co-host, after Shepard told the co-host Monica Padman that using soap every day rids the bodies of natural oils, Kutcher and Kunis agreed, saying they only wash vitals every day. All right, in layman's term, they only do whore baths every day. The co-host was stunned and was like, well, wait a minute, who taught you not to wash? Kunis said, I didn't have hot water growing up as a child, so I didn't shower very much anyway. That's really, I don't know. I'll save my thoughts because that's really not an excuse, because my mother used to always tell me of stories of them having 9 kids in a trailer, in a mobile joint, in an outhouse. And I think they bathe every day. Anyway, that has apparently continued with her and her Kutcher's 2 kids, Wyatt 6 and Dimitri 4. I wasn't that parent that bathed my newborns ever, Kunis said. Oh, I got to do this again. And now that they're older, they have a system. If you can see the dirt on them, clean them. Otherwise, there's no point. Kutcher says he does wash his armpits and crotch daily and nothing else ever, and has a tendency to throw some water on my face after a workout to get all the salts out. All right. I don't know if, they were trolling or looking for a viral moment, but I've heard this before about them. So I tend to believe it. A lot of things here. Let me put the number back up. Put the phone. A lot of things here. That's nasty. First off, I think it's unhealthy and it's unsanitary. I've heard of it. I've heard there are, some communities where that's, I think I saw it on National Geographic once, where there's some communities where, it's you to protect your skin, you leave a little dust on it or whatever. I remember watching something like that, but they was in the jungle. Okay. It's different. Like you're civilized. I think that's actually the difference between civilized and uncivilized is the bathing. I think it's the bathing. I think that's what makes literally the definition when you go read what's the difference between civilized and uncivilized. I think it's the bathing. I think so. I think it's hygiene. But to say that, all right, you grew up poor. I get it. We got that. I like it. I'll allow it. And we didn't bathe a lot when we were young because, it was just a thing. We didn't have a lot of running water. Okay, I get it. But you're older now. What they say, you knew better, you do better? Really? And we get called, black folks get called all kind of names. Meanwhile, y'all ain't even washing up out here, man. These people ain't even washing up. And then you don't clean your kids? Kids are germ magnets. They are literal dirt balls. So to say that's just an unhealthy, waiting to happen. They ain't built up no kind of immunity to dust, dirt, and grime that much. We haven't, that many generations have not passed where they build up an internal immunity. Come on, man, y'all playing. I think they playing. But then again, I believe it. Okay, there it is. That's what I was looking for. I was going to say some cultures. So Rachel said, when I was studying overseas in Spain, that was normal. They use baby wipes to clean in between bathing. Between bathing. So they may not have bathed often, but they bathe. And then the little sparse wash-ups in between. These two talking about they don't even do none of that. They don't do none of that. So the way I got it, the way I was taught, you don't really wash your face every day with soap because it takes away the oils and the moisturizer or whatever. And I've heard that. Okay, you take peeling the skin off, but you still got to touch it up. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But there's a thing like if you active and athletic, or it's hot and you've been sweating, and you got to build up of like ball sweat and grime. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta do more. There's more that you have to do. It's not like jeans. I remember I got older and I read an article about white women, unfortunately. And they were saying how, you're not really supposed to wash denim. I had never heard that. Don't wash your jeans. Like maybe twice a year. And I was like, what? Have you heard that? All right, let's go down the hall, Studio G. Mr. Clarkson, what's good with you?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Ain't too much. This foolishness.
So, you remember when there was this whole thing about people not washing their legs in the shower?
I've heard that. I've heard of that.
Yeah. So, there's a BuzzFeed story that came out that said that, like, surprisingly, almost like 20% of the people that were asked that they don't wash their legs in the shower.
As in, they just let the water run, like scrub, but they let the water and the soap run down. They just don't get down there and wash it.
Here we go. This is in 2019, and it goes something like this. The question was, do you wash your legs in the shower? About 80% people voted yes, and 20% voted no. And it was basically over
a lot.
750,000 people voted in this. And if 20% of these people say no, that's a lot of damn people that's like, yo, I don't really wash my legs in the shower. So, yo, your legs are there, so you're just not going to wash.
Yeah, why you can't just give them a pass pass down, just boo, 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 whoop, and then whoop, whoop, and then it's over. Like,
yeah.
You ain't got to scrub the skin off, but how you just going to let them, because the soap is running down? That's just lazy. That means if you don't do your legs, then you definitely ain't doing your feet.
You're not doing legs, you're not doing feet, and you're not doing butt. You're just not doing it. I'm not going to believe it.
No, I think these people, you're doing butt first. I think you're doing butt first.
Really?
Well, he says, Ashton Kutcher says specifically, he does that only. He does nether region only with the soap and the water. So it's a quick front, a under, a back, and then it's a wrap. And then the shower's off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, man.
I guess my punching issue with this is that with the kids, if you see the dirt, wash them. But what if you can smell them pits?
Yeah. Oh, geez.
Let that go?
Yeah. Remember the sleepovers, man, or even if you got kids and you had other kids over the house, man, and you be judging by how long that shower be running. You know what I'm saying? You hear it.
Okay, so
you're like, damn, you just went in. You out? You done already, champ? You just went in.
I ain't gonna lie. So, the son had, that little sleepover with the guys, all right. In my mind, I was like, check your scrutiny. Don't be scrutinized. This when he was a lot younger. One of the participants, he's in there a hot 60 seconds.
Oh.
I said, and he was walking out the door. I said, you sure?
Yeah.
I was like, just because,
you done, fam?
You don't have home. You sure, champ? I was like, just because it's not home field advantage, I want you to still keep the same practices.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I saw how long everybody else was in the shower. I think I should. I was like, all right, there you go. Good business decision.
So he went and he gave you a part two?
He had to. Man.
Oh, okay.
We played basketball. We throw the football around. Everybody was, right.
Yeah.
I just didn't want him to. I didn't want him to come out the shower just being wet and still not right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Terrible, man. So
that's
anyway, bro.
Teachable moment.
Teachable moment. It always is, bro.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gone.
All right. Mr. Clarkson, Studio G. Yeah, man, I seen somebody said she said my normal joke about the jeans. If your jeans are shiny, like that's the worst. I used to have this thing I used to say about ironing shiny jeans. You ever ironed shiny jeans? Man, the steam that comes off of that's when you know you gotta throw them joints in the washer. But the article said it was the thing that I read, it was a few years ago. It was like denim is the way it is and to preserve its appearance and its style and its, the shape of it and all that. You don't really wash it but 2 or 3 times a year. And I was like, huh? But if you're wearing them, that's skin, leg sweat, air. There's hot leg air that's trapped inside your. Or what if you fought, one good time, and it's traveling down there, the gas is traveling down your thigh meat to your leg, to the exit way, to get out the ankle hole. But on the way down, it's it's in the denim, it's in the fabric, baby. What y'all doing out here? Nasty. All right, let's keep moving. All right, real quick. Oh no. Oh, that's a horrible. What is this? Alpha Mama says, I don't even believe you. This sounds far-fetched. Alpha Mama says, I have a friend who said, come here, let me lick your back. If it's salty, get back in the shower. No, I don't even believe that. You don't know nobody like that. No, I'm not going to take that. All right, I seen you. Y'all be hanging up so fast. We got technology. I can call you back. I'm calling you back. Let's go live. Welcome to the program. SD, what's good with you?
Hello. Well, you already moved topics, so I didn't want to.
Oh no, you know how it goes. We talk about anything. We go back, we move forward. It's all good. Whatever you need.
No, I worked with a guy who got Lyme disease because he didn't wash his legs, and I didn't understand it. He told me he had a tick that was living on his leg for 2 days, and I was like, well, how did you not know that? And a couple of years later, I found out, some people don't wash their legs.
Oh,
and yeah, it was. I didn't know.
So he had a tick, and it stayed there and gave him Lyme disease. And the only reason he didn't know is because he does not wash his legs.
Yes, the tick was living on his ankle because he would jog through the woods, and yeah, it's just yeah. Mm-hmm. So now he has Lyme disease. Young man.
Oh, wait a minute. You mean now he has? Is no cure for Lyme disease?
No, once you have Lyme disease, it's with you for life.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
I believe, yeah. I don't think there's anything you do. There's no cure.
And what happens?
I think it messes with your immune system or something like that.
Oh, that's
people
unfortunate.
Live happy, functioning lives.
Right.
But, yeah.
Oh, no, I never heard of that. That's unfortunate. All because you don't wash your legs. You don't want to just throw some soap down there and scrub it real quick.
Just get those dead skin cells, doesn't hurt.
Jeez. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, man. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers. That's all I got. Yeah, that's all I got. All right, I appreciate you.
Thanks, bye.
Mm-hmm. Great and awful at the same time story. Gee whiz. What are you doing, fella? Now you got Lyme disease. What in the world? Can you have lemon Lyme disease? Okay, all right, too much. Let's keep it moving. I was looking for a punchline. That wasn't it. Jay Lee says the Easter rain. Oh my God, what? How? I gotta do some Googles on that. All right, Simone Biles. Let's see. Did I have that story pulled up? Oh, this is a story from yesterday. Let me do this first. This is funny. It was funny to me. Yesterday, in my caption, I had "Stop texting me," and this is what it was about. Have y'all seen this story? Did you get a chance to see this one? I mean, just look at the headline. Hilarious. Woman sent 65,000 texts to a man after their first date and then broke into his house to take a bath. Look at the irony. Look how this all comes around. You know she don't bathe. If she broke into his house just to do that, that means you don't do that normally. All right. Yourtango.com is where the story came from. Be careful who you meet online. You could wind up receiving thousands of texts just after one date or have your house broken into. In this case, one woman was accused of both. In 2018, Jacqueline, age 33, was accused of sending 65,000 text messages to a man she went on a date with the previous year. When a reporter asked her Asked her about sending the messages, the man so many messages. She replied, "That's it." To me, it seemed like more. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Washington Post reporter asked if she thought that was a bit excessive. She said, "Well, love is an excessive thing." Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. I'll just watch this little video.
I felt like I met my soulmate and everything was just
look at the
really
eyes.
good.
It's in the
We would
eyes.
just do what everybody else did and we would just like get married and everything would be fine, but that's not what happened.
Oh.
Jacqueline Addis claims she went on 3 dates with a Paradise Valley man she met through an online dating service for millionaire matchmaking.
Oh, that's what you thought?
Say Addis sent the victim 65,000 text messages, including threats to kill him, wear his body parts, and bathe in his blood.
Oh.
It seemed like more.
Addis does not deny the volume of text messages, but she would not get into specifics. She did, however, regret the nature of some of those messages.
When you're finding love, not everything is perfect. This was a journey. And I want to apologize because nobody would ever be more sorry.
Addis said she never intended to hurt or scare the victim, and she doesn't blame him for her incarceration.
No.
It's in the eyes.
I love him.
Okay. Right. Hey, real quick. Here's a fun fact. Wait a minute. Let's go back to the video.
Specifics. She did, however, regret the nature of some of those messages.
Listen, watch her talk. Watch her talk.
Finding love, not everything is perfect.
All right. Here's a little fun fact. There's no one in that room. Okay. She's talking to no one. Just wanted to let y'all. All right, let's go back down. Studio G. There's absolutely no one in that room.
All she wanted to do was bathe that man's legs. She just wanted to clean his legs. They didn't even go bring up in that 65,000 text messages about how she was really caring about that man's legs.
She really just wanted to wash him. You know what I'm saying?
She just wanted to wash them legs. She was like, because the last text message was, meet me in the bathtub. I want to make sure you get them toes because I don't want you getting them Lyme disease.
There it is. There it is.
Good. Please.
Oh, jeez. Because, love is an excessive thing. Oh, man. This is
her face.
This is, yeah, it was the face for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And it was you know what it was? It was the face and the Kobe Bryant shoulder shrug of it.
Oh, that's good.
That's just what it is.
Let's go back. Let's go to the beginning and let's see it one more time. Let's see.
Yeah.
Because she's...
We got my shoulder shrug of
the way
it.
it was. And I thought we would just do what everybody else did and we would just like get married and everything would be fine. But that's not what happened.
Oh, man. No one's in that room. That conversation just now was to no one. It was to no one.
Right. But she's letting you know this is what it is. And she's like, what? She really don't even understand why she got an orange jumper on.
No. She thinks she's really at a press conference. Like, she just she's really at a press conference. Oh, man.
I'll say eventually Christian Single's gonna get it right. But anyway.
Oh, geez.
I'm leaving on that.
My man. Oh, man. I'm glad y'all got to see that. I'm glad I saved that story. Let me go ahead and delete that. Yeah, so anyway. So the whole like I said, I heard Dominique Dawes on the radio this evening. Compelling interview. Oh, let me pull this up. She made a pretty bold statement today that I thought was amazing. So Simone Biles thing, right? Here's my I got a theory. Walk with me. She backed out. What they call it, medical injury. And then she kind of came forward with like, wasn't anything medical? I tweaked my ankle on this discount, but that ain't why I'm out. I'm out because I'm really just not all the way in. So I'd rather be out and, and watch these girls rally around. And then the all around exercise, she was like, all right, I'm out. I just got to protect my peace, right? Big discussion now. Like in the history books, 20 years from now, we're going to be like, we're going to see these last couple years maybe as a real turning point in humanity. I'll go so far as to say, Whereas you can point to in the future, you could point to back in the history where, hey, this period of time is when people started thinking differently about certain shit. I think we're in one of those times right now. You know how you could read and be like, all right, we're reading today about the Harlem Renaissance. And what's the Harlem Renaissance? Oh, it's where people, the music started being different. People started vibing a different way, started jiving a different way and dressing and thought process. And, thinkers came forward and blah, blah, blah. But during the Harlem Renaissance, wasn't nobody like, hey, guess what? What's today? You know what today is? The second anniversary of the Harlem Renaissance. We in the middle of the Renaissance, nigga. Like, that didn't happen. So, you're not acknowledging it while it's in it. But I think we're in a time where in the future, we're going to look back and see that there was a shift, if you will, a paradigm shift in the thought process. All right. So that being said, there's a current debate between people who think mental toughness is supposed to look a certain way. And we're seeing that discussion being played out in the sports world, professional and otherwise. And so with Naomi as Osaka taking front stage, and I was even reminded that your man Michael Phelps, his battle was public with anxiety and all that, all because he got caught with the weed, but he came forward and said that's why he used to smoke or whatever. So we're seeing a real shift in athletes. And now the comparison is being made unfairly to athletes from an era back in the day where things were done differently. And the reason why I say it's an unfair comparison, because first of all, how are you going to scrutinize and criticize a generation of athletes, the athletes now, today, who were raised with options and choices and, emphasis on personal expression and individuality? Like they were raised differently. Like y'all raised them different, y'all. And then they get to a certain age and they exercise the way they know how to, and you're gonna compare them to a generation or two generations before who weren't raised that way. Like that don't even make sense. You're comparing a current NFL player to a generation that didn't even play with face masks on their helmets. Like they didn't even know any better. Part of the training regimen was to run face first into a brick wall. And then now somebody do something now, that's less than, and usually it's not tough and it's not everybody's a baby. We're raising the generation of baby. There was this one guy, I'm not even gonna give him no juice, but today on his podcast, he was looking for a viral moment. He got it, but he was really going off on Simone Biles and Naomi Osaka and lightweight on athletes of this generation who are now focusing on their mental health because the previous generations, one, didn't know how to, and two, were not allowed to. Like, knock it off. And plus, beyond that, like this whole thing, everything is not racial. This whole thing is racial. Get out of here. You expect, and they complaining that, they don't want to take the podium. They probably don't want to stand for the anthem, and they're going to do the black fist and all this. Like these critics, like real live pundits and scrutinizers and analysts and commentators. It's like real life. You expected the summer we had, 2020. You going to discount somebody's love for their country because they don't show it the way you do? Hey man, knock it off. Y'all a bunch of buffoons out here. So anyway, Simone Biles, right? She backs out. I got a theory. Dominique Dawes came out in support of her. Let's go to that first. And I'm gonna go to the phone in a second. Let's go to that first. This is her Facebook. Very, very deep. I like when people come out and co-sign. All right. I don't know if y'all can read that. But wait a minute, let me try it a different way. Stand by. It's a live show, don't trip. All right, let's try it that way. Which is better. All right, let's go with that. All right, I'm gonna read it real quick. This is Dominique Dawes. And this is, I read this after I heard her on the interview. And the interview was heavy. All right, she say this. She takes it back. She got a picture of her and like Allie Raisman and Gabby Douglas, Simone Biles. She say, these beautiful ladies pictured with me are all Olympic gymnasts, gold medalists. They are solid, smart, and gifted women. They are future of USA gymnastics off the floor and will lead the next generation of gymnasts the right way, the healthy way. What Simone Biles just did by bowing out of the Olympics gracefully showed a lot of maturity, courage, and above all, humility. Critics are everywhere and have their own opinions, but I've known the pressures this young woman has faced and all the expectations that are laid upon her. They're very real and extremely daunting. She's handled it all with dignity and class. I've been on media outlets all day today about her decision, and my story hasn't wavered once. She needs to focus on herself and her mental health above getting more gold medals. Period. I'm glad this generation of gymnasts has the will and the gravitas to speak up when something's not right, unlike we were taught in the 80s and 90s as robotic gymnasts who were blackballed and sidelined if we even tried to voice our opinion on anything. Well done, ladies, and well done, Simone Biles. That's Dominique Dawes. But she was spilling the tea. She was talking about the Larry Nassar situation. Oh, let me get this off the screen before I keep talking. She was talking about the Larry Nassar situation. She was just talking about the culture in gymnastics, not even, sports. She's just talking about gymnastics and how they used to be, penalized for showing anything less than thorough and toughness or speaking out against the practices and procedures. And she brought up a hell of a point. She was talking about the 96 Olympics, which I was at. And she said, you remember the moment? What's the moment that you remember? This joint hit me. She said, what's the moment you remember of women's gymnastics in 1996 in Atlanta? And the host was like, Carrie Strug. Yes. She was like, you remember the girl doing a vault on a broken ankle. You chose, she said, we were programmed and brainwashed. She said, nobody in their right mind would do that. Knowing what you know now and all this other sacrifice, walking straight for the rest of your life for no medal. After this coaches that's in jail. Larry Nassar sexually abused like 200 Olympians. And she said, the moment you remember is somebody doing a vault on a broken ankle. I was like, wow, that's heavy. All right, let me go back to Studio G. Oh, Mr. Clarkson, what's good? Oh, did I get him? Hold on. Let's go live. Yo.
Hey, what's going on? So I'm gonna push and say that we were shown what it meant for someone to take mental wellness in 1994.
Okay.
And I'm saying this is Jordan left professional sports. I'm sorry, Jeffrey, because I don't acknowledge him by that.
Oh, okay.
When Jeffrey left to play baseball. So yes. I'm saying that the same social grace that the sports fan and the sports god gave Jeffrey, I have a really big issue that Simone is not receiving the same social grace.
Well,
and
I got pushback on that.
I'm saying in certain aspects. I've seen, sadly, many black folks go, oh, that's whack. You whack for that. And I'm going, really? Like, this girl could push herself to injury. And it's like, I'm not sure if I'm really cool with the fact of her doing what? Just so I can chant USA?
Right.
She's worth $90 million. We good, fam.
Yeah, right.
I've seen enough.
Yeah. All right, let me give you quick pushback on the Jordan take, because I heard that take several times today. But the thing is, the difference in Jordan, it was not framed that way then. It was not framed that way.
Right.
He lost his father, check, and you like, oh, I need some time away from basketball. It was not framed as a mental health break. Now, because mental health is a buzz conversation, it's framed that way. And then you got half of the population who are unfamiliar and think that, these athletes are here for our amusement. And they're
right.
They're here for us to be, to be objectified by us in the world. And then you got the other half of people who, everything is a mental health scenario. So those people are at odds. So it's framed differently. But her, here's my theory. I'm gonna give you my theory before we peel out of here. Now I'm gonna see what you think about it.
Sure.
All right. Unpopular opinion. Something she said made me think. She said, and and I was hoping that, the girls would step up and they did what they needed to do and they got their medal. Maybe it's her, without being political and without being controversial, showing the world how much she's needed. I'm gonna take a break.
Oh.
I'm gonna take a break. Yeah, you got it. You got it. I've been catching a lot of scrutiny. No diss to y'all because I know y'all capable, but I'm gonna show you I am the gold medal. So I'm gonna sit this one out. Do your best. I'll clap for you. You know what I'm saying? And what they get?
I don't know.
The silver.
Yeah. I would want to agree with you all in if she wasn't Aaron Rodgers. There's nothing about her that comes across to me, her being that I want to say petty.
But it's not petty though. It's not petty. All right, look. So look at the whole in totality. The Olympics, this is a bum ass Olympics. We're a year late.
Are you trying to go ahead? I'm listening. Go ahead.
Year late. No family and friends, no fans, just bullshit ass beds that we're sleeping on. The black girls in the pool couldn't get the cap approved. Sha'Carri Richardson at home. Oh, but y'all done did all this, put all these infractions on these black women, but y'all want me to be the face of it? Nah, I'm good. Cause y'all ain't I'm good. Y'all ain't right. So since y'all don't want to do right, I'll show you how the value. I gotta show you better than I can tell you my value. Here's my value. Gold medal. That's my theory.
So you're saying Simone Biles basically David Ruffin, The Temptations.
In a way, without being malicious. Without being malicious though. You know what I'm saying? Because her statement is not to her girls. She knew what they were capable of. Her statement is to the world. Like Naomi Osaka's statement was to the world. It was like, hey, look here, man. I'm not gonna sit here in front of people who never even played tennis asking me why I have a bad game today. You don't know what I was dealing with to have that bad game that I had. But that's the question you gonna ask? I'm not even gonna put myself in front of you for you to even ask. I'm good. I'll see you later. You see what I'm saying? Like I think they're smartening up. The awareness is at a high level.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's my theory.
That's a very, very interesting take. A very, very interesting take. I don't think that she would do that. I don't see her doing that because I don't have enough breadcrumb in the interviews that she's given, her talk of pride of being an all-around medalist, of defending her championship to do this. I think this was a tough decision for her. And after hearing someone explain the tizzies in an interview and then talking to one of my homegirls that does gymnastics, she was like, oh yeah, if you get that junk, you got to sit down. She's the equivalent of you being drunk and thinking you can backflip. And I'm like, oh no, I don't think that's cool.
Okay, sure. Here's another Here's another breadcrumb, and I'll let you go. Remember the move that they banned because she's the only one that can do it?
Right.
That's enough that's fuel for me. That's enough fuel for me. Oh, y'all can change the rules because I can do something. I was planning on bringing that to Tokyo. Now you say I can't do that because no one else can do it? Okay. Check. Yeah. And thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll let you go on that. All right, let's go live to our New York Bureau Chief on remote location, John Watson, all fun and games. What's good with you?
What's up with you, fam?
Hey.
Hey, so I don't want to be repetitive, but I'm co-signing. I may be co-signing in a slightly different direction.
Okay.
In that
Okay.
Simone Biles, a great American hero, if she is in fact, suffering from a little bit of disorientation, she knows her game is going to be weak. And as a great leader, she says, you know what? If I keep on keeping on, we're not going to get nothing because my scores are going to continue to drop. Y'all got this.
Okay.
Y'all go get it. Right?
Okay.
And then And then if Team USA goes and gets it, wins the gold medal without her, Simone Biles, great leader, great sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? She took herself out for the betterment of the team, blah, blah, blah. She's on the cover of every magazine because she made the right call, right? But because they got the silver, you know what I'm saying? Selfish. What is she doing? She could have muscled through. You know what I'm saying? She could have, held out and tried her best and blah, 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 because they didn't accomplish what they could have or should have.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me give you a little something for that. I don't know the mathematical calculations of how that works. But I would doubt that any of her shortcomings, if she'd have stayed in, would have had them anywhere less than silver. I don't think so.
We don't know that because if she's feeling if she's feeling the decline, you don't know how far that decline is gonna go as the day progresses.
I don't think she's feeling. I don't think she was feeling the decline.
Oh, come on!
I don't think she was feeling the decline.
Oh, come on! So she's not. She's infallible. She's infallible. She's unable
no.
To,
what I'm saying is,
be off.
She's no. She can be off.
See, that's the problem right there. Why can't it actually be that she's just off and having a bad go and having a bad week?
Well, no, I'm for that. And what I'm saying is her really saying that, I don't feel the pressure. Like y'all, I'm the only one you're talking about because there's no one else here. There's no one else here. Mm-hmm. So, and I have to answer every question about everything else. Everything, how you feeling? This and this and the fans and this. I got to think about all of that because the news cycle is so aggressive. Like I'm 24 now. Larry Nassar done went to jail. He violated all of us. We're not talking enough about that. And y'all just want to talk this. And then my homegirl in the swimming, she can't wear the cap to cover her natural hair. And then the other thing. And then
all of that. And on top of that, and what if she actually has the twisties or the whatever the hell they call it? And she's like, yo, man, I can't do it all. And have an ailment, fam.
But yes, but that's what I'm saying. I feel it was more added to the decision. And y'all go ahead. Y'all got it. I need to protect my peace. But that's what that's what I'm saying. But it's I think it's more about protecting peace and showing her value all in the same swoop. I think that's what led to the decision.
But I'm saying the end line would be, as opposed to the negativity that she's getting, that if same decision, but the team goes on, it drives the team and motivates them to win it for her. She's the new Gipper, and you know what I'm saying, and they get the gold, then she made a great decision, and you know what I'm saying, she made the sacrifice for the team and pulled herself out. You know what I'm saying?
They sent Carrie Strug. I was in the building. They sent Carrie Strug in front of the world to vault on a broken ankle.
And she didn't even have to.
Right. So this is that awakening.
Numbers up. They was already good.
Yeah.
They was already good.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, hey.
Listen.
It's plausible. It's plausible.
Yeah, it's plausible. Before you bump me out, watch that if you haven't, good people. Watch the Naomi Osaka documentary on Netflix. It's like a 3-part series, maybe like 45 minutes a pop. It's really. I'm a fan now.
Okay. You weren't before?
I wasn't not, but like, when you and this was pre, her making the announcement in regards to not doing the press and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I feel like it was filmed. Oh no, it's definitely filmed pre and post COVID, probably around about until June or so, July of last year.
Okay.
So it was a couple months before COVID began, and then ends up around midsummer of last year, just around about protest time, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So dope. It's just a dope insight to, her from pretty much for the most part from her lens. It goes so far as to like literally takes just phone camera footage that she decided to give them when she was on her own personal time or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, it gives you insight on it. It's like, okay, I get a little bit more appreciation for the person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
what's it called?
Check it out. It's not long. It's literally Naomi Osaka. It's just the documentary is just named Naomi Osaka. So if you check it out, they like 3 45-minute, pieces or whatever. So it's good. I watched it this weekend on quick.
There it is. All right, New York Bureau Chief John Watson from All Fun and Games. We'll see you Friday. All right, champ. All right, y'all. Hey, there it is. That's the show. It's been fun. Good to see the newcomers. It's kind of sort of what you get. It could be, it's a little different every day. But on behalf of everybody that made the show possible, and big love to our guest, Bobby Chad Manzancaviar, Operation Future LLC. And everybody that called in and all that, shout out to you. Let's get this money up for the 50-50 raffle on Fridays. Let's Go Live show. Send the money, $5 a slot. You get on the money wheel. It's like the pot, the kitty right now, it's like $3. We can't make no moves until we get to at least minimum 75 in the pot. So just make sure you put slots or pots in the notes section of the Cash App. $5 a slot. I want 10 slots. I want 2 slots. Put the rest in the pot, whatever. 50-50 goes, half of the pot goes to you. The half goes to the other half goes to production costs of the show. Follow All Fun and Games, the Friday version of the show at LGL_All Fun and Games. LeVar Burton. What we're looking for is games. All right. There it is, y'all. We'll see y'all Friday, man. Be safe. Don't do too much. Stay stress-free. That's all I
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad efficient.